Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the essential elements of a system user story using the 5 Ws. When crafting a user story for a system, the 5 Ws can be useful in ensuring that the story captures all the necessary information. Here's how the 5 Ws can help fill out different sections of a system user story. The who identifies the user or the role of the user who will interact with the system. The section specifies who the user story is written for and helps provide clarity on the intended audience or stakeholders. The what identifies the objective or action that the user wants to accomplish using the system. It describes the desired outcome or functionality the user expects from the system. This section focuses on the core purpose of the user story. The where identifies the location or context in which the user story takes place. It can specify the platform, the device, or environment in which the system will be used. This section helps provide additional context or constraints for the user story. The when indicates the timing or frequency of the user story. It may specify if the action is a one-time occurrence or a repeated event. This section helps clarify the temporal aspect of the user story. The why explains the motivation or reasons behind the user story. It highlights the problem, need, or benefit that the user wants to address through the system. This section helps provide a rationale or justification for the user story. By addressing the 5 Ws, you can ensure that the user story is comprehensive and covers all essential aspects, making it easier to understand and implement within the system. Under the Who section of a system user story, you would typically need to fill in the following headings. User persona or role, identify the specific user or user persona who will be interacting with the system. This could be a description of the user's background, responsibilities, or any relevant attributes. Stakeholders. Identify any other stakeholders or individuals who have an interest or involvement in the user story. This could include managers, administrators, or other parties affected by the system's functionality. User characteristics. Describe any specific characteristics or traits of the user that may impact the system's design or functionality. This could include technical expertise, accessibility needs, or any other relevant factors. By providing detailed information under the Who section, you ensure that the user story is tailored to the specific needs and requirements of the intended users, enabling a more accurate implementation of the system. Under the What section of a system user story, you would typically need to fill in the following headings. Objective. Clearly state the main objective or goal the user wants to achieve by using the system. This should be a concise and specific statement of what the user aims to accomplish. Functionality. Describe the specific functionalities or features that the user expects from the system. This could include actions, tasks, or operations that the system should be capable of performing to fulfill the user's objective. Acceptance criteria. Define the criteria that must be met for the user story to be considered successfully implemented. These criteria typically consist of specific conditions or outcomes that the system must specify to fulfill the user's needs. Non-functional requirements. Specify any non-functional requirements that are important for the system's performance, such as response time, security, scalability, or usability. These requirements provide additional details about the desired qualities of the system. Constraints or assumptions. Outline any constraints or assumptions that may impact the implementation or functionality of the system. This could include limitations on resources, compatibility requirements, or any other relevant factors that should be considered. By addressing these sections under the What category, you can provide a clear understanding of the user's goals, expectations, and the specific requirements for the system to meet those needs. Under the Where section of a system user story, you would typically need to fill in the following headings: platform or device. Specify the platform or device on which the system will be used. This could include desktop computers, mobile devices, web browsers, or any other relevant platforms. Environment. Describe the environment or context in which the system will be utilized. This could include physical locations, network settings, or any other relevant environmental factors that may impact the system's functionality. Integration points. Identify any other systems, applications, or services with which the system needs to integrate or interact. This could include APIs, databases, or external software components that are part of the overall system architecture. Accessibility requirements. If there are specific accessibility requirements, mention them here. Accessibility considerations could include support for assistive technologies, compliance with accessibility standards, or any other accommodations needed for the user with disabilities. By addressing these sections under the Where category, you provide clarity on the specific platforms, environments, and integration points that the system should be designed and implemented for. This helps ensure that the system is tailored to the intended usage and can function effectively in the designated settings. You should typically need to fill in the following headings: timing. Specify the timing or frequency of the user story. This could include information about whether the action is a one-time event, a recurring task, or if it needs to be performed within a specific time frame. Trigger. Identify the event or condition that triggers the user story. This could be a particular action by the user, a system event, or any other relevant trigger that initiates the need for the system's functionality. Dependencies. Outline any dependencies or prerequisites that must be satisfied before the user story can be executed. This could include the completion of other tasks, the availability of certain resources, or any other dependencies that affect the timing or feasibility of the user story. Deadlines or milestones. If there are specific deadlines or milestones associated with the user story, mention them here. This could include project timelines, delivery dates, or any other time-based constraints that need to be considered. By addressing these sections under the When category, you provide important temporal information about the user story. This helps ensure that the system can accommodate the timing requirements and dependencies associated with the user's action and expectations. The Why section of a system user story, you would typically need to fill in the following headings: problem statement. Clearly articulate the problem or challenge that the user is facing. Describe the pain point or need that the user wants to address through the system. This provides context for understanding the user's motivation. Benefit or value. Explain the benefits or value that the user expects to gain by using the system. Highlight the positive outcomes or improvements that the user anticipates as a result of utilizing the system's functionalities. Impact. Identify the potential impact or consequences of not addressing the user's needs or problem. Describe the risks, inefficiencies, or missed opportunities that may arise if the system does not provide the desired functionality. Return on investment, ROI, if applicable, quantify or describe the potential return on investment that the user expects to achieve by using the system. This could include cost savings, increased efficiency, revenue generation, or any other measurable benefits. By addressing these sections under the why category, you provide a clear rationale for the user story. It helps stakeholders understand the purpose, value, and urgency of addressing the user's needs through the system. Thank you, guys. I really hope this video would have assisted you, and all the best, guys.